For centuries, people didn't really understand anxiety. They called it nervous disease in ancient texts. And even in the 20th century, most people with anxiety either kept quiet and dealt with it in silence, took pills, or worse, sedatives. But anxiety isn't some mysterious curse to hide or be ashamed of. It's something real and human. And unlike some curse, it can be reversed. When you feel anxious, what's happening is that your brain is trying to protect you. It gets on high alert and starts looking out for anything that seems dangerous. There's a part of the brain called the amygdala. It is responsible for processing emotions, especially fear and aggression, and it also helps form emotional memories. It's the one that acts like an alarm system in our head and makes us feel scared or tense, even when there's no real threat. That feeling is called anxiety. Over time, if you keep feeling anxious, your brain gets used to staying in that alarm mode. It keeps reacting too quickly, and it makes it harder to be calm or think clearly. This is why anxiety can feel so overwhelming. But the good news is, your brain can learn to quiet that alarm and stay calm. Now, we understand that anxiety is not just a condition. We know it is a pattern. It is a pattern your brain has learned over time, a pattern written into the brain's wiring. Written so well that the brain gets really good at reacting with fear and worry because it has practiced those responses. But the good thing is the brain is not stuck. The way it learned to overreact, it can also learn new, calmer ways to respond. This ability is called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity simply means the brain can change and physically rewire itself and build new connections based on what you do, think, and feel. The same brain that learned to be afraid can learn to feel safe. When we repeat calming and reassuring habits, the brain can build and strengthen new pathways. It can slowly learn to be less reactive and more at ease. There are simple ways to help the brain feel calmer and reduce anxiety. Mindful breathing is one of the simplest and most effective ways to calm an anxious brain. When you slow down and focus on your breath, you help your body shift from its alarm mode into a state of rest. Breathing deeply sends a message to the brain that you are safe. Over time, practicing mindful breathing can help slow down overactive circuits, strengthen the parts of the brain that manage emotions, and keep the alarm system in our head from overreacting. The more you practice, the easier it becomes for your brain to choose calm over panic in stressful situations. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is a powerful approach that teaches you to notice and change unhelpful thoughts. This method has extensive research on its successful strategies to cope with anxiety and is commonly used in therapy. Anxiety often comes from the brain falling into patterns of fear or imagining worst-case scenarios. CBT helps you see these patterns clearly and question whether they are really true. It helps you reframe these fearful thoughts and create new mental habits. For instance, if you think something bad will definitely happen, CBT guides you to ask, what evidence do I have for that? Is there another way to see this? By practicing these new ways of thinking, your brain builds healthier pathways, calms you down, and ultimately cancels out anxiety. Over time, it becomes easier to respond to challenges with balanced, realistic thoughts instead of fear. Research even shows that CBT can lead to lasting changes in how the brain handles stress. Another one is graded exposure. It's a gentle approach to facing our fears slowly and rewriting threat responses. Avoiding what scares us often makes anxiety worse, because the brain never learns that the fear is manageable. For example, someone afraid of social situations might start by saying hello to one person, then gradually work up to having a short conversation or attending a small gathering. Each time you face a fear in this controlled way, your brain learns that the situation is not as dangerous as it thought. It starts to turn down the alarm response, helping you feel more in control over time. Moving your body is not just good for your muscles and heart, it also helps your brain. Exercise boosts neurochemicals like BDNF in the brain. These chemicals can help repair and protect brain cells, and even encourage the growth of new connections. So, whether it is walking, dancing, playing sports, or stretching, any kind of regular movement helps teach your brain that you are safe. It can also give you a sense of accomplishment and control, which are both important for feeling less anxious. Even a short daily routine can make a big difference over time, so you can see them more clearly. Writing your thoughts down is a simple but powerful tool for managing anxiety. When worries stay in your head, they can feel tangled and overwhelming. For example, you might write about something that is making you anxious, then explore why you feel that way and what you could do about it. This practice trains your brain to reflect rather than react immediately. It can also help you notice patterns in your thinking and give you a safe space to express feelings you might not want to share out loud. Over time, journaling helps create new mental habits that support calmness and understanding. Again, research shows that these practices actually work. Anxiety does not have to control your life. Your brain can always learn new habits and change. Remember, it is not about being perfect. It is about giving yourself the chance to grow into a calmer, more confident, and better you. Hit that subscribe button and like the video if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.